Hello, everybody. Tonight we're making tomato soup and grilled cheese. It's gonna be pretty straightforward, but this soup is delicious and it's super simple and super easy to make. So let's go ahead and get started. Start with just an onion. This one's huge, so I'm just gonna do half. So I roast everything I put in my tomato soup, and then I just blend it together. It's really, really easy and delicious. So we're just chunking up an onion, throwing it on a sheet tray. Got 2 cloves of garlic here. I'm just going to cut these in half. All right, and then I just grab a bunch of different kinds of tomatoes, whatever looks good in the store, and I get those. So I have some cherry tomatoes going on the sheet tray. And then I have a bunch of different kinds of heirlooms. And I just quarter these, take the core out. Throw them on the sheet tray. Some yellow ones. I make this recipe probably way too often. It's just so easy and it's so good. And it's really healthy also. Not the grilled cheese part, but the soup is. Hey, Kate.
Hola.
Kyra, hello. Thank you for the follow. Kyria, sorry. Bigger one, I'll just do it. I'll cut it in quarters and then halves again. So I guess eighths. All right, so all I do to this is add some salt, about a teaspoon, and then a little bit of olive oil, probably about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm just gonna toss it all together so everything is coated. You can break up the onion a little bit, but it really doesn't make a huge difference. If you have big chunks, I would break them up. Hey, Mama. All right. Wash my hands. So we are throwing this in a 450 degree oven until it's like all the juice is kind of out of the tomatoes and they're like a little bit brown. Definitely want to get some brown pieces because that's where some good flavor comes from. dust this board off. So that's almost everything we do to that soup. We're gonna put it in a pot and puree it and strain it, season it. You can add cream to it if you want to do a tomato cream soup, but you don't have to. I usually don't, just because it's a little healthier. All right, so for my grilled cheese today, I have sourdough, smoked Gouda, and a white cheddar cheese. So let's grate some cheddar. Definitely don't need all of this. Some. All right. I'll just finish this piece. Yep, he loves cheese. I gave him a piece. That's all he's getting. Oh, that's mine. Okay, for the grilled cheese, we can get a head on really easily. Get a pan out real quick. Okay, so I got our smoked Gouda here too. I'll just pull this out.
I just looked at this guy and he was asleep, and I literally thought in my mind I could literally stay here forever. And that was probably the best moment.
Excuse me. So I have sourdough here, which I need to start making because it's pretty simple. Just takes some time. But I've just looked into it recently, and I definitely need to make it instead of buy it. Let's see, let's make 4 sandwiches. Okay, so I'm gonna get a saute pan hot on the stove. Turn that on. Excuse me, buddy. About medium. And I think the best thing to grill cheese with is mayo, not butter on my bread. So I think it just toasts way better. So I'm just gonna put mayo on one side of each of these breads. Actually, I take that back, both sides. I'm gonna do this a little different. But it doesn't take a lot. It's just kind of like how you would butter it. Move this over here. Melanie, yes, it's addicting. It's hard to pass it up when you hear it or see it, huh? Thanks for joining, by the way. Hello, hello. Oh. Okay, but drink his bowl dry. There you go. No, it's not a jellyfish. Hey, Daydreamer. Sorry, I didn't see you there. It's not a jellyfish, it's some flowers. That's funny, though. Kind of wish it was a jellyfish now. Yeah, it's like watching the Food Network. Like, you get so hungry. All right, so I'm gonna toast one side of all of these breads. Christmas cookies. Awesome. I love Christmas cookies. Who doesn't love Christmas cookies? All right, so I'm just gonna toast one side. I've got a dry pan getting hot over here. I think it's hot enough now. We're just gonna toast one side. And then we're going to put our cheese on them and just have them on standby until we're ready for the other side. Get this onion put away. And we don't need oil anymore.
Hola.
Someone came on. Who was it? Oh, Melanie. Thank you for the follow. No hot pan. I said dry pan, sorry. There's no oil or anything in it because I put the mayo right on the bread. So that way, I don't need anything in the pan. It's already on the bread. Yeah, I was nervous walking away over here, but he's pretty good at not stealing anything off the counter. So I can hear our tomatoes working. Some of those cherry ones are bursting. Those aren't going to take long at all. What movie are you watching, Daydreamer? That's some pretty good multitasking skills there. Okay, so I just barely toasted these on one side. Get another batch in. Next ones are gonna go much faster. So let's see, I'm making 4 sandwiches. Put these over here. And I'll just put my cheese on the toasted side so it starts to melt. So when we get to the other side, it should be pretty quick. We should just be browning them up and ready to go. Oh, nice. I love scary movies. That is my favorite. You should watch the Hill House Haunting, I think it's called, or The Haunting on Hill House. It's a scary series, actually. It's really good. Yes, I've watched all of it. I think there's 2 seasons. We watched all of it. Who's coming to dinner? It's just, it's just Michael and I. We're just fatties. Oh yeah, the red room. Yes, that was crazy. Yep, it's just the 2 of us eating. Thanks, Mom. So we'll take our toasted side, our other toasted side, and put it on the cheese. So our cheese is going to start to melt. We'll finish it later. I haven't seen The Nun, but yeah, I haven't seen really a lot of good scary movies. Light some candles. I haven't seen a lot of good scary stuff recently, but The Haunting on Hill's House is really good. I was impressed. Yeah, we're eating at the brand new table tonight. Of course. I don't have any candles though. Sorry. All right, so we got our pan off the heat. Just waiting on the tomatoes. These are ready. We're just gonna toast them on both sides when our soup is done. So it'll be really fast. We can actually, you know what, since our tomatoes aren't ready, I might go ahead and toast them and then we'll throw them in the oven. Hulu, I think it's Netflix, The Haunting on Hill House. I think. So let's go ahead and toast the other sides too, these full sandwiches. And then we'll just put them, whenever our tomatoes are done, we'll turn the oven off and we can throw them back in there. We can throw the grilled cheese in the oven. Since we're putting them in the oven, we don't have to worry too much about the cheese melting because it'll finish in there in the oven. These aren't going to take any time at all. I just think mayo toast bread is so much better than butter. At least when you do it in a pan like this. I don't know why. I like it much better. Done. Give it a little press so it sticks together. Beautiful. Nice and toasty. leftover meatloaf. I have a love-hate relationship with meatloaf. I used to hate it growing up. I'm pretty sure I cried one time when I don't know if my mom can attest this. Pretty sure it made me cry one time. I did not like it. I like it now though. If I wasn't putting these in the oven, I would have the pan lower, so that way my cheese had time to melt before my bread got brown. But I'm not worried about it now since we're doing it this way, so they can brown up as fast as they like. Better late than never. You mean dinner time? Yeah. Our tomatoes will be done in about 5 minutes. Last sandwiches are browned. All right. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. Meatloafs can be super fancy or whatever you want. It's not just plain old meatloaf anymore. All right, so I'm pretty happy with these tomatoes. Take them out and show ya. So I've got some brown. My onions are all soft, but there's some brown pieces in there. That's the good stuff. So this looks awesome. And then you want to make sure, I'm going to put it all in a pot here. And we want to make sure we get all the juice in the pan too, because that's like half of our soup. Let's see, get a spatula. Oh, that you were joining late. I'm sorry. Sorry, Andrew. Chef, yeah. Yes, I love that movie. Careful, Kate, it's hot. I can't remember the grilled cheese part though for some reason. Actually, Michael hasn't seen that movie, and I've been trying to get him to watch it, so we'll have to, you just reminded me, well, maybe we'll watch it this week. That's the one with Bradley Cooper, right? I'm pretty sure. So we're just putting this all in a pot. And we are going to immersion blend this. My favorite tool. The guy from Iron. Oh, I think the one with Bradley Cooper is called Burnt. Chef, the one where they have the food truck, I think. That one's good. Yes, yes, yes. I'm on the same page, I think. Unless I'm wrong still. But I think I'm on the same page. All right, so we're just gonna blend this, and be careful if you're doing this because it's hot. You wanna make sure the actual blender part stays under the liquid. Otherwise it'll spray everywhere. All right, so once we get this blended up, we're gonna strain it because I don't like having all the tomato seeds and like the skin pieces that don't get all the way blended up. I don't like eating that, so we are gonna strain it into an additional pot. So that's looking good. Oh. All those pieces stick to the blender. So once our oven has cooled down a tiny bit, I will put the grilled cheese back in. I don't want them to burn or anything because it was really high, so I just waited a teeny bit. Throw them back in there. All right, let's strain this soup. Caper's here. They're saying hi to you. So I just got a strainer over another pot. I'm gonna press it through with my ladle. Really doesn't take much. You kind of just scrape the bottom of the strainer and it'll go through. Smell good, buddy. And you can definitely add basil in this if you'd like, or really any sort of additional herbs or spices you like, but I like to keep it pretty simple and do different cheeses and things with it. So I change up the grilled cheese way more than I change up the soup. Last little bit. All right, so you can see all we have left here is all the seeds that we don't want to eat. So we're just going to toss those. And now our soup is super smooth. All right, let's give it a taste. It's definitely gonna need some things, but we'll see what it needs. A lot of times during the winter when the tomatoes aren't in season, or whenever they're not in season, I'll add the cream because it kind of mellows out the bitterness. And sometimes you don't even need it. Okay, good. I need salt. And I'm gonna add a tiny bit of the heavy cream. And I always put hot sauce in the tomato soup or cream-based soups. It just helps really balance out all the flavors. It doesn't make it spicy or anything. You just add a tiny bit and it works wonders. This isn't for you. So that was probably about a tablespoon of heavy cream. Not a lot. Sandwiches are looking good. I am almost good with that. Good on salt. Touch more heavy cream. Because the tomatoes just aren't as sweet as they can be right now. Well, thank you, thank you. And all that's in this soup is basically tomatoes. That's why I love this soup. It's so simple. And it's way better, even out of season, it's way better than canned tomatoes, using canned tomatoes. Tipsy, yeah, Wolfpack. I went to NC State before I went to culinary school. This is perfect. Awesome. Let's get our grilled cheese out. All right. And doing that method for the grilled cheese is really good when you're making a bunch of them as well, because it's so fast, so easy. Everything's melted in there. Cheddar smoked Gouda grilled cheese. Yes. Michael eats for two as well. Put this away. All right. Plate these up really quick. Oh yeah. To the state football games. I didn't go, I don't think I went to any state football games until I was actually in school. I'm not sure why. Jumping the fence, I didn't know that was possible. It's a lot of security now. I don't know if it was different then, but not easy getting into a game now. Oops. Yeah, it sounds like it might have been. Little different. All right, there we have it. Super simple and delicious tomato soup and grilled cheese. Oh, you couldn't see my plates that whole time. I'm sorry. Yum. And our cheese is like perfectly melted. All right, guys. So that was a short one, but I just kept it simple tonight. Thank you for watching. You have new meaning to soup and sandwiches. What breed is Doggo? Oh, he is a Lab Great Dane. So he's like a mini Great Dane. Not super mini, but he's only 85 pounds. For a Great Dane, that's pretty mini. Is there anybody you guys want to raid tonight? Let's see. Oh, hunger service. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, thank you. The soup is keto, by the way. Well, let's go check out Hunger Service. You guys will like him. He's a cool guy. Make sure I spell it right first. Hunger Service. There we go. Bye, guys. We'll see you Wednesday. Thanks for coming.